भारती न्यूज, सीधा, सटीक और निष्पक्ष।
Good evening and welcome to Bharati News. I am Shweta Arora Malhotra. Let's have a look at the biggest news of the day. Here is the national news first. The Opposition India Alliance moved a no confidence motion against Rajya Sabha Chairman and Vice President Jagdeep Dhankad on December 10, accusing him non-partisan conduct and bias in the upper house. The motion, reportedly signed by 70 MPs from various parties in the bloc, was tabled under Article 67B of the Indian Constitution. Opposition leaders have expressed growing dissatisfaction with Dhankad's handling of Rajya Sabha proceedings, citing frequent interruptions during their speeches, inadequate debate on critical issues and favoritism toward the ruling BJP during discussions. Member of Congress, Trinamool Congress, TMC, Aam Aadmi Party, Samajwadi Party and other India bloc constituents are particularly vocal about their concerns. The move comes after a turbulent session in the Rajya Sabha on December 9th, where proceedings were disrupted multiple times amid a heated exchange between the ruling BJP and opposition benches. Mumbai Best Bus accident death count rises to 749 injured. Police probe underway. According to the officials, the driver of the Best Bus on route number 332 lost control over the wheel and dashed into pedestrian as well as some vehicles. At least 7 persons died and more than 49 others were injured in a major road accident in Mumbai on Monday night. A bus of the Mumbai Civic Transport Body Best rammed into pedestrian as well as vehicles, claiming several lives. Maharashtra Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis announced ₹5 lakhs ex gratia to the kins of the deceased victim in the Kurla accident, and treatment of the injured will be borne by Best and BMC. The police and municipal corporation officials said that it is suspected the accident near the BMC L ward in Kurla took place due to a brake failure. The bus driver was detained after the accident. Here comes the international news. Indian Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri on Monday met Bangladesh Foreign Advisor Mohammad Tauhid Hussain in Dhaka and raised several key issues including safety and welfare of minorities in the country. Speaking to the media after the meeting, Misri said their discussions focused on recent developments including incidents involving attacks on cultural and religious sites. Misri said the discussions have given both India and Bangladesh the opportunity to take stock of bilateral ties. He also appreciated the opportunity to have a frank, candid and constructive exchange of views with all the interlocutors. Misri was in the neighboring country to participate in the Foreign Office consultation between him and his counterpart, Bangladesh Foreign Secretary Jashin Uddin, which were held at the State Guest House Padma. Misri earlier in the day met with Foreign Advisor Mohammad Tauhid Hussain of Bangladesh. Multiple attacks on Hindus, other minorities in the Bangladesh. The meeting comes amid multiple attacks on Hindus and other minorities by extremist elements in Bangladesh in recent times. There also have cases of arson and looting of minorities' homes and vandalism and discrimination of deities and temples. Arrest of priest Chinmay Krishna Das on October 25 led to protest. India had on November 26 noted with deep concern the arrest and denial of bail to Sri Chinmay Krishna Das, who is also the spokesperson of the Bangladesh Sammilit Sanatan Jagran Chote. Here comes the international news. Syria civil war. Joe Biden's first reaction after fall of Assad government says it's historic opportunity. The main backers of Syrian President Bashar al-Assad have been Iran weakened due to ongoing wars in Ukraine and Lebanon. Their support for the Assad government collapsed as all three of them grew weaker in the last couple of months. Outgoing US President Joe Biden on Sunday issued a statement on the fall of the Bashar Assad government. Biden said that the fall of the Assad regime that brutalized, tortured and killed thousands of innocent Syrians over the past half a century in a historic opportunity for the people of the country. Here comes our sports news. Jonathan Trott to continue as Afghanistan head coach through 2025 after contract extension. Under Jonathan Trott, Afghanistan qualified for their first ever Champions Trophy campaign and made their maiden appearance in the T20 World Cup semi-final. The Afghanistan team will be next in action on a multi-format tour of Zimbabwe, starting with 3 220s in Harare on Wednesday, December 11. Former England cricketer Jonathan Trott will continue to be with the men's Afghanistan cricket team as head coach for the year 2025 after earning a contract extension. Trott, who has been with Afghanistan for 2.5 years, has had a successful stint with the side which saw the Asian team qualify for the Champions Trophy for the first time after finishing in the top 8 on the points table at the ODI World Cup 2023, beating the likes of England, Pakistan and Sri Lanka and make it to their maiden T20 World Cup semi-final. Mohammad Siraj sought all the attention during the pink ball test when he gave a send-off to Centurion Travis Head on the second day. There was a heated altercation between the duo and have been fined by the ICC as well for their actions. Mohammad Siraj has become the top of discussion in Australian cricket ever since he gave a fiery send-off to Travis Head after dismissing him. The duo was engaged in a heated altercation as well during the test match, with Siraj being 20% fined off his match fees by the ICC, and both of them have been handed a demerit point as well. Meanwhile, amidst the controversy, Australia pacer and Head's teammate Josh Hazlewood has praised Siraj, calling him a good character. Here comes up business news. The Indian government has appointed Sanjay Malhotra as the 26th Governor of the Reserve Bank of India. Malhotra, a 1990 batch IAS officer from the Rajasthan cadre, is currently serving as Revenue Secretary. He will take over as RBI Governor from Shakti Kant Das, whose tenure will be ending on 10 December 2024. The Appointments Committee of the Cabinet named Malhotra as the next Governor of the Reserve Bank of India for a 3-year term. He will assume the office on December 11, 2024. The Adani Group is planning to invest 7.5 lakh crore across various sectors in Rajasthan, said Karan Adani, Managing Director of Adani Ports and Sales Limited, on Monday at the Rising Rajasthan Global Summit held on Monday at the Jaipur Exhibition and Convention Centre in Sitapur. While speaking at the Rising Rajasthan Summit, Karan Adani said that 50% of the total investment will be made within the next 5 years. The Adani Group plans to invest over 7.5 lakh crore across various sectors of the state economy, with over 50% of these investments being made over the next 5 years, he said. So that concludes our news bulletin for today. Thank you for joining us. Stay tuned to Bharti News for continuous coverage and more updates. Wishing you a very good evening ahead. Thank you.